Hey, folks, another one. Authenticity and integrity. Two things that are foundational to a strong character. Authenticity is knowing and showing your true self, knowing who you are, and being that true person with everyone and every situation. While integrity is having the moral courage to align your actions with your core values, even when it's difficult, even when it's not. It's like it's a case of doing the right thing, even if you don't want to, doing the right thing. It's like you're drawn to do the right thing. Together, authenticity and integrity build trust, inner peace, and healthy relationships. While they do go hand in hand, understanding the distinction helps in applying them daily. So the core differences: authenticity is internal. It involves self-awareness, embracing your true feelings and choosing not to wear masks or conform to please others. Integrity is external. It's the moral framework that guides your choices, ensuring your words, your beliefs, and your actions all match up. The connection between the two. Think of authenticity as deciding to have an honest relationship with who you are, and integrity as the commitment to act on that truth over time. Why they matter together: trust and respect. Do you know, people even agree that leading with integrity and authenticity fosters deep, meaningful connections. It also prevents burnout because you're not playing a part, you're being authentically you. Taking accountability. Integrity means making ethical choices and taking responsibility for your actions. Authenticity keeps those choices grounded in your genuine self, your inner peace. When your external actions reflect your inner truth, you reduce the mental friction of pretending to be someone else. So, how to practice being authentic and having integrity daily? Define your values. Take time to figure out who you are, what matters most to you. Kindness, honesty, whatever it may be. Check your alignment. Ask yourself if your actions are reflecting those values and your true feelings. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Authenticity requires courage to let people see the real you, flaws and all. And remember, nobody's perfect. We are all perfectly imperfect. So integrity is the practice of consistently adhering to strong moral and ethical principles, even when no one's watching. So it's doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. And we know Spirit is watching. It means you're aligning with your actions, your values, and your words in all aspects of life to build genuine trust and accountability. You are being authentically you. You are who you say you are. Your words are saying that, and your actions are saying the same. So how they show up in different places. So professional integrity, owning up to mistakes instead of hiding a severe mishap. You immediately inform management, take accountability for the consequences, and proactively offer a solution. Handling confidential information, for example, you refrain from gossiping about colleagues' private resignation or sensitive company data, keeping it strictly confidential. So no gossiping. Maintaining high work standards, you consistently deliver high quality output and honour project deadlines, even when a supervisor isn't actively monitoring your progress. In personal and everyday life, integrity shows up by returning lost items that you found. You find a wallet on the street, hand it into the nearest shop, whatever, or post on social media, I found something. And you return that without expecting anything. You just know if someone's lost this, I need to at least try to help them find it. Financial honesty. Go back to a shop to pay for an item you accidentally forgot. Being honest in general about money, the giving and receiving of. Honouring your commitments. Keeping a promise to help a friend move or go to an event. Besides sickness, of course. Sometimes we make plans we can't keep. Sickness, other more important things may get in the way. Historical examples. George Washington, in brackets, resignation of his commission at the end of the American Revolution, instead of taking absolute power, as many military dictators in history did, he voluntarily surrendered his military commission to Congress, demonstrating devotion to democratic principles. Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe, as a young store clerk, he walked miles to return a few cents he had mistakenly overcharged a customer, establishing a lifelong reputation for scrupulous honesty. Whistleblowers, historical figures like Frank Serpico, who exposed systemic police corruption despite facing severe personal and professional danger, embody integrity by choosing moral duty over self-preservation. And that's what it's about. It's not easy being authentically you and having integrity and sticking to that. Being authentic is hard because it requires you to be vulnerable. That triggers our natural survival instincts. Throughout human evolution, fitting into a group meant safety, while standing out risked rejection. This primal fear of judgment makes it deeply uncomfortable to show who we truly are. The main reasons behind being yourself, why it takes a lot of effort, include fear of judgment or rejection, worrying about what other people might think or say. So we avoid that criticism. We avoid being excluded. So many of us develop a mask just to fit in and please people. Survival instincts. Biologically, our brain treats social rejection similarly to physical pain. Expressing your unique needs often requires fighting deep-seated protective habits designed to keep you safe and accepted. Habit and conditioning. We start adapting to societal expectations and cultural norms at a very early age. Over the years, playing certain roles becomes so automatic that finding your true self can feel like a steep learning curve. Professional and social pressures, responsibilities like maintaining your career or keeping relationships can create conflict. You may be expected to act in ways that don't quite match your core values just to pay the bills or keep the peace. Having integrity is difficult because it requires consistently aligning your actions with your core values, even when it demands sacrificing short-term gains, comfort, or social standing. Human psychology and complex external environments often create powerful friction against doing the right thing. The core reasons integrity is challenging: competing priorities and pressure. Often doing what is right conflicts directly with practical necessities like keeping a job, pleasing superiors, or supporting a family. Rationalization and cognitive biases. People easily justify small compromises as exceptions, which can erode moral standards over time. The comfort or conformity. It takes immense courage to say no or challenge the status quo, especially when everyone else is going along with it. emotional cost. Standing on principle often means enduring confrontation, disapproval, or even isolation from peers. The danger of inflexibility. Ironically, trying to hold oneself to an overly rigid, flawless standard can also make integrity difficult and blind people to the nuances of complex real world situations. The difficulty lies in balancing firm values with humility and openness to different perspectives. So it takes courage to be your authentic self and to have integrity. And having integrity means choosing courage over comfort and practicing your core values rather than just professing them. It requires the moral strength to do the right thing, tell the truth, and stand by your ethics even when it's inconvenient, unpopular, or uncomfortable. There are real challenges and costs to being your authentic self and staying in your integrity. It's never easy. Loss of superficial relationships. When you stop faking to please others, you may lose acquaintances, professional contacts, or social circles that were built on a lie, really. Potential for social friction. Standing firmly on your ethical boundaries or expressing your truth can challenge others' comfort, sometimes leading to conflict or being labelled as difficult. You're being the problem. Cultural misalignment. If your authentic self clashes with the cultural norms of a workplace or community, you might face professional resistance, making it essential to find environments that support your values. Being vulnerable. Being truly yourself means exposing your imperfections and taking the risk of not being universally understood or liked. So, you need to, when we are our authentic self, who are we? So, it's starting with self. Who am I? What are my beliefs? What are my values? What are my boundaries, if any? If none, set them. We need to balance our authenticity with empathy also and diplomacy, tact. But identifying your core personal values, setting your boundaries. But always have heart, I want to say. Do you know, I used to always say firm but fair. It's like a balanced justice, balanced judgment, balanced mind, being open to criticism, being open to accountability and all those things because you're seeing the reality of things. Be your authentic self, people. If you lose people, they're not your right people. So your thoughts, your experiences on this topic, because it is a big topic. Thank you for the suggestion, Charlie. Authenticity and integrity. Some people lose people because they won't back up their fakeness, their lie, their whatever. They're standing true, even if it is a detriment to themselves. What do you feel? What has you been actually experienced even? Let us know. cafesoulpod@gmail.com.